Well, there's still lots of uncertainty in the oil sector. Let's see what Greg Newman's take is on the story. And there's continues to be this tug of war between the bulls and the bears on oil. Obviously, we've seen more weakness than strength, Greg, in the crude oil. The IEA, the International Energy Agency, says that oil markets look to be sufficiently supplied. It's reasonably well supplied, is its phrase. Meanwhile, the head of OPEC says that peak oil demand is not coming the way many oil bulls say. What's your take on the oil market?
Well, I read that OPEC came out this morning and they made a robust call for oil, which is, I think, why oil prices, had a lurch up this morning early. And, the IEA is basically saying that it's going to be a subdued market and they are concerned about demand. I personally think if you got OPEC saying that oil prices are going to be strong, they're the ones with economic interest in boosting those numbers and boosting the market temperature and the euphoria. So I would favor the IEA, and I do think that we are in a bit of a tepid economy. So, we've seen, you got to follow the money, and we've seen that, activity in the Red Sea, and we've seen all this geopolitical risk. And if oil prices are not going to rise on that, then I believe that we're probably in for, hopefully $72 oil and not a lot lower than that, because there's a lot of Canadian producers that rely on that, and they're actually doing very, very well at these prices. And it's probably at a level that it's also good for decent for consumers as well. But I would believe the IEA story over OPEC.
And there, we can bring that back. Perhaps there's an accurate look at the current price of West Texas Intermediate crude in the February contract. I think the earlier look we had, which showed it exactly flat and unchanged, was not. There was a problem with that board. There's, as you can see by the flickering numbers, a live look at crude oil. 72.51 is the price, down about 5 cents. Are you invested in energy stocks on behalf of clients?
Yes, we do own some energy stocks, and you definitely want to own them when it's contrarian. And we have positions in names like Advantage and ARC, and some of them are up 4 or 5-fold over the last 3 or 4 years. We haven't been adding them when the hype is there. We do add at them when there's weakness, and I do think that there is this opportunity, even if West Texas isn't going to be 72, as you were saying, the differential's narrowing with TransCanada, the TMX pipeline coming on. So that should be exciting for some Canadian investors. A lot of oil producers are getting their debt paid down further, so there's going to be a lot of return of capital. So that's an exciting story. So, a lot of these companies are pretty cheap in Canada, have been cheap, and when people aren't really looking, it's the time to be buying and picking them up.
That's